Hey guys, it's Miss Fraser again. Today we're going to continue talking about our story, The Lion and the Mouse. I want you to remember, The Lion and the Mouse is a story, the type of story, the genre is a fable. Do you remember what a fable tells us? A fable, it's about something that couldn't happen in real life. It couldn't really happen. And the characters in the fable teach us a lesson or a moral. So remember, the lion and the mouse is a fable. Okay. Today we are going to work on summarizing. So when you summarize, it's when you take a bunch of things and kind of just break it down to just a little bit, okay? So I'm going to read a little bit of The Lion and the Mouse to you, and then we're going to just take that part that I did, and then we're going to summarize it together. So on The Lion and the Mouse. A lion lay asleep in a cave, his great head resting on his paws. A shy, quiet little mouse came into the cave and ran across the floor. Because the cave was dark, the mouse did not see the lion. Frightened, the mouse ran, but in his haste to get away, he ran across the lion's nose. The lion woke up. The lion laid his huge paw angrily on the tiny creature. "You will make a good meal," roared the lion. "Are you going to hurt me?" asked the poor mouse. "Please let me go, and someday I will repay you." The lion was so amused at the idea of the little mouse being able to help the king of beasts that he lifted up his paw and let her go. The mouse ran away to safety, and the lion went back to sleep. So, that was a little bit of a long thing that I read. So if somebody asks me what's happening, I don't want to say all of that back to them because that's too much. I want to summarize it. So I'm just going to take the important parts that we know. So like we know that there's a lion and a mouse, right? And let's think, where is the lion? He's in his cave. Good job. And we can say that the mouse ran into the lion's nose. And so then the lion stopped him. But the main part that we want to add is when we summarize is we want to say the main points. The main idea of what we have read is that the lion is in a position where he has a choice to make. He can either choose to eat the mouse, which he really wants to do, or he can let the mouse go. So the lion catches the mouse, but he ends up letting him go because he wants to see how this little tiny mouse can help this big old lion in the future. Okay, next, we're gonna move on to modeling fluent reading. So we're gonna read a paragraph of this story together. Okay, guys, right here you have the story of the lion and the mouse. We're gonna look at this first paragraph. So that's this big old section right here. That is our paragraph. So we're going to look at this first paragraph of The Lion and the Mouse. I want you to really pay attention to the periods in the commas. Oh, yay, even bigger. Good. Okay, so a period, remember, comes at the end of a sentence. So right here, oh, that's a little sloppy. So there's our period. I can't fix it, sorry. So we have periods, which is just a dot at the end of a sentence. And then we have commas. So if you come right here, this is a comma. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to pay attention when you're reading. When you see a comma or a period, you are going to pause. So as you're reading, if you see a comma, you take a short pause, and if you see a period, you take a long pause. For example, so we would say right here, a lion lay asleep in a cave, his great head resting on his paws. Because you wouldn't read it like this. A lion lay asleep in a cave, his great head resting on his paws. That sounds like one big old long sentence, and that's not what we need to do. So anytime you see a comma, you take a short pause. Anytime you see a period, you're going to take a big pause, okay? So let's read this together. A lion lay asleep in a cave, his great head resting on his paws. A shy, quiet little mouse came into the cave and ran across the floor. You see how good that sounds when you're pausing short pauses for the comma and a long pause for the period. So make sure that when you read, that's the way you read. So let's keep going. Because the cave was dark, comma, so we're going to take a pause. The mouse did not see the lion. Frightened, the mouse ran. But in his haste to get away, he ran across the lion's nose. The lion woke up. The lion laid his huge paw angrily on the tiny creature. You will make a good meal, roared the lion. Very good job, you guys. If you want to, you can go ahead and read a little bit more, reread that paragraph and make sure you're pausing at the commas or in the periods. And you can go ahead and read a little bit more that you can see if you would like to get some extra practice. Okay, so we've talked about, on the first day that we read this, we talked about if we thought that the mouse should have helped the lion. And I think that the mouse should have. I think that was very nice of the mouse. The lion had already saved the mouse, let the mouse go one time. So I think it was very nice of or it was the right thing to do for the mouse to return the favor and help the lion. But now my question to you is do you think that the lion should have let the mouse go when he first caught him, when he was sleeping and ran into his nose and he caught him under his paw? If you were the lion, would you have let the mouse go or would you have eaten him? I think that it was very nice of the lion to let him go. And look, it ended up being good for him because he let him go. He was able to get out of the net that he was stuck in. So for your assignment for today, I want you're going to make a video and I want you to tell me, should the lion have let the mouse go? Or should the mouse have should the lion have eaten the mouse like he wanted to? So make a video and turn it in and let me know what you think the lion should have done.